Thursday. It is Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2023 in Seoul, 9:30 a.m. 3 minutes before 9:30 a.m. How is everybody doing? I am doing great. I woke up at 7 a.m. and had Meg morning, which is my morning ritual. And then I'm working now. Lots of news since our last time we talked, especially those revolving around HYBE, and I've gathered some internal reactions to the HYBE deal. I read some articles and some posts from people inside of SM, what they say. Some SM artists have also come out and stated things regarding the takeover. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And as always, we are part of this broadcast live stream is brought to you by Naked Soul, which is our website. We have new products. This is from a brand called Wimu. This is run by a photographer, a local photographer in Korea, and she uses her photographs on various goods, merchandise, like these cool fabric bags and fabric poster and this cord cover. Yeah, you never heard of a cord cover, right? And you can use the coupon code. We have a lot of coupon codes for you today. First 20 to use the coupon code Valentine's Day will be getting 10% off, and you can use the pinned comment above. Okay. You can go on to Naked Soul right now and check those items out. And now let's just go on to the first news. Okay, so the elephant in the room. HYBE announced that they're gonna take an additional 25% of SM's stocks. They're gonna purchase on the market, and essentially that will make them a 40% shareholder. Now they haven't gone forth with taking the rest of 25%. They did take Isuman's 14.8%. And essentially people are worried, okay? And people are worried for SM. People are worried for not necessarily HYBE, but what this means for K-pop. So one of the issues, okay, is that there will be some scrutiny under this deal, because by completing this deal, SM and HYBE would control more than 50% of the market. The K-pop market already, HYBE has 51% control over the entire market. They have 51% of the revenue. And with SM involved now under HYBE, they would control much more of that. So they are saying there might be some regulatory scrutiny over the takeover, because it could become under scrutiny for monopoly. So I don't exactly know the percentage of SM shares in the K-pop market, but I'm guessing it'll be at least like 60%, right? HYBE will be controlling at least 60%, I think. Tu Vang, thank you for the $5. Is SM screwed? What good can come out of this? Can't the Korean government block HYBE from buying companies? I don't really know. That's a good thing to Google right now. Okay, let me just Google this. Um, there's no. I mean, I'm sure there's anti-monopoly laws. There are anti-monopoly laws, but I'm guessing that this doesn't technically fall under monopoly, um, because there is no news mentioning how this might be illegal. Hmm. Yeah, there is no news. 규제. So yeah, HYBE is unstoppable, and actually, what this article was stating was that basically it's suggesting this guy from Align Partners, which is a 1% shareholder, but is very vocal about everything that SM does. This person stated that, hey, HYBE, why don't you just buy the entire company, not just 40%, but the entire company, because we don't want two big companies clashing against each other's decisions under the same roof. Because if Kakao is there and HYBE is there, I mean, Kakao stated that they don't want control. They just want to participate and collaborate. But they still own like 9%. So this guy is arguing, hey, why don't you just take 60%? Why don't you just buy the rest of the company out and just own it at a higher price? So I think this person, like, obviously he's speaking from his own interest, because if HYBE buys, his company shares, which he owns 1% of, at a higher price, then obviously that's profit for him. But yeah, this person suggested, hey, buy our stocks at higher prices. Just own everything. So this is what happens. And yeah, so the Fair Trade Commission is closely looking at this deal, as they stated that, now HYBE owns more than 51%. I mean, HYBE was 51%, and now with HYBE taking part in SM, up to 40% potentially. This basically means that they're gonna have 60% to 65% of the K-pop industry. And HYBE has acquired a lot of companies along its way, a lot of labels, like Source Music, for example. But SM is it's big three company. So to acquire a company of this size, it's never happened in the K-pop industry before. So that's why regulators and many people in the industry are concerned and looking with some, ounce of doubt and worry. So that's what's happening on the official side of things. Now let's go unofficial sources. Okay. Oh, well, one more official source. Okay, so SM Entertainment, this entire article is about this general counsel, this lawyer inside of SM Entertainment basically sent out an email to the entire company on yesterday night, stating that um, basically taking Isuman's side and saying there is an internal conflict. So they officially said there is an internal conflict among the management and Isuman. And actually, the hostile takeover is not from HYBE, but from Kakao. Because I guess this person's on Isuman's side, obviously. And they are saying basically the reason why Kakao is behind the current management is because HYBE wanted to take Isuman's stocks and also own 40% of the company through public trade. So basically he's saying Kakao only is taking their side because they want to go against HYBE. And this lawyer is claiming that the hostile takeover is actually from HYBE. I mean from Kakao, not HYBE. And the majority shareholder, who is Isuman? Majority shareholder is opposes of Kakao, so they should take the majority shareholders' opinion into account. So basically what this guy is saying is, hey, listen to Isuman because he owns 18% of the company. Which is, I guess, that's a whole, that's a complicated issue. And basically, there's some other tea. Basically, the entire management of SM Entertainment, they said goodbye to Isuman, and in the process of all this like business with Kakao, they never even gave him a call or a letter regarding this matter. So Isuman was completely unaware, or at least he was not part of the discussion when discussing this. And this lawyer that works for SM Entertainment is saying, hey, this is not right. This is not right. What's my opinion? It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know who's in the right or wrong. But as for what's better for SM Entertainment, I guess like being owned by HYBE would probably be better for SM Entertainment than Kakao, I feel. But then again, the problem with a lot of people have an issue with the fact that HYBE is on Isuman's side, and while he is technically the godfather of K-pop and is very much respected, at the same time he had a lot of shady business practices that eventually led him out of the company, most notably taking a lot of the company's money and funneling it to his separate company as outsourced work and production work. So that had a lot of controversy, and that was eventually what led to the outing of Isuman. And I brought some unofficial posts. So this was done in an internal. This was done on a app called Blind, which is like a app I told you guys last time, where you have to prove that you work for a certain company in order to participate. It's an app for people who are office workers in Korea. And basically they had an internal poll with SM people, and they had a poll where who do you want to choose, and this says Isuman and HYBE, and this says Sungsu Youngjun, I think those are the management, and Kakao. So an overwhelming majority of internal employees, 85%, want Kakao, and only 15% want Isuman and HYBE. And I mean, this could be for multiple reasons. Number one, I think there might be some pride in terms of like, you were one of the biggest companies in K-pop, and now you're getting eaten by another K-pop label. So I mean, in terms of pride, that kind of maybe hurts their pride a little bit. But number two, I think just, as somebody who's inside the company, you've seen Isuman. I mean, this is like well documented, and he was, heavily scrutinized for this. You've seen Isuman, funnel the company's money, millions of dollars, into his private company, and obviously there's got to be some sort of hatred towards the man internally, right? There's got to be some hatred because you're taking the company money and pouring it into your own pocket. So has to be some hatred, and I think that plays a lot into why this is such a low percentage. And with HYBE basically backing up Isuman and saying, we support his vision. They did clarify, saying that like, we're not gonna have that happen again, but they just don't want to take Isuman's side, because I feel like there's some internal hatred among SM, at least the employees. So yeah, everybody's talking about basically the similar thing in the comments. And this I mean, this is more anecdotal evidence. It's not evidence, it's just people internally, SM employees, saying stuff like, oh, Isuman, are you happy now? Are you happy that you exchanged all the effort and the sweat and blood of all the employees of SM and the entire history of SM with just $400 million? And is SM just only, does SM's value mean so little to you? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I think you're just an employee, man. And also, I would probably exchange $400 million. This man is freaking 70 something. He has to retire someday, right? I think this person's going a little bit overboard. But I agree with this particular person. Okay, so this is not a win-win. This is just HYBE, free, basically getting a free ride, free golden ticket. SM, they've basically paved the road and did everything, and then did all the work, and HYBE just came in and swooped in and took over the company. And that's why people are saying Isuman sold out, because with all the employees working so hard and trying to create these artists, he, on the whim of his emotions, on his emotional reaction, basically sold the company undervalued to HYBE. And it's not because SM was, falling apart. SM was second in the industry, and in 2023, all the SM artists were going on tours, so they were expecting higher sales numbers, but he just sold it underpriced because of his emotions and his anger towards the current management. And basically, yeah, they feel empty. I don't know if okay, so I agree with some parts of this. I think basically I think SM Entertainment is, I mean HYBE just got in a very easy deal. Like, it's they were very lucky in this situation because Isuman was pissed and HYBE just, I don't want to say took advantage, but Isuman was just too willing to sell off everything because he was angry with the current management. So HYBE was very, very lucky in this particular situation. Kakao doesn't even have an international outreach. I don't think that really matters. I don't think that really matters. The reason why Isuman, the reason why Isuman, the reason why HYBE is, the winner here is because the reason why people are saying it's a free ride is because actually I heard some people from the inside tell me that basically HYBE approached SM last year and Isuman last year and said, hey, we're gonna buy your stocks, and they suggested a purchase. He didn't ask for anything. He refused to sell, and they were saying that they were gonna buy it for twice the price of what they bought it for now. So essentially, a year later, they bought it for half the price. And from what I'm hearing, it is literally because Isuman was pissed. So, so a year ago, he refused to sell it for twice the price, and Isuman just got pissed and was like, okay, fuck you. He was extremely angry at the management, and yeah, he sold it for half the price. So so definitely, yeah, HYBE got an easy win. And I can see why, like, internally, like, you might feel what would you call 어이없어? Just like, what the fuck happened? It's like a freaking case. You literally, because, like, think about it. Isuman built this industry essentially. Like, this is like SM is the history of K-pop, and you could have literally, if you were to sell it, like if you were gonna sell it, and I do believe that he wasn't selling it because he has some sort of pride. Isuman has some sort of pride, so he wasn't selling it. And then all of a sudden you get really angry, and then you just decide to sell it for half the price. Damn, it's just kind of really crazy. But that's what happened. So he could have sold it for twice the price, but he didn't. But yeah. Yeah, it's just a different level of pettiness that um you don't typically see among these mega rich people. Maybe it looks like Isuman did like a Elon Musk. He got super petty and just decided to pull some ununderstandable, incomprehensible move and very illogical, and then sold it for a crazy low price. Yeah. Izuman could have sold it to anyone. Why choose HYBE if people have such a problem with it? I think he chose HYBE to piss off SM employees. I think he intentionally chose HYBE because um it just has to sell your company to your biggest competitor, who you used to be much bigger than, and then you lost your first place spot. To sell your company to the biggest competitor must be a big, scar on everybody's ego working in that company. So I think he sold it to have that effect of pissing everybody off. And yeah, from what I heard, okay, this is 100% rumors that I've heard from a very credible source. So after Isuman got the news, so reportedly, after Isuman got the news of Kakao taking over, and he got extremely pissed and he got extremely angry at the whole SM 3.0 vision and whatnot, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take legal action against the company," right? So actually, it was Isuman who went to Bang Siok first, Bang PD first. He was the one that went to HYBE first to ask them to buy his stocks. So this wasn't the other way around. This was he wanted them to buy his stocks because he didn't want to have his company, have their way. So yeah. So literally HYBE just took us, a sitting duck. This is a freaking golden goose walked into their porch and just sat on a plate for HYBE to shoot at. So yeah, it's crazy. You're not sharing the correct information. The poll was taken with a small percentage over 700 employees. I never said the poll was. I literally said it was on an app that's not for SM. It's just an app. But you have to be proving that you are an SM employee. But that's definitely not a poll of all employees. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. It's kind of a crazy situation. Yeah. I am happy with the move. More power to BTS. To be honest, I don't know how much of this will actually. This is probably not gonna have an effect on BTS or anything. It's I mean, they own such a small percentage that I don't think they will be affected by this. He is going to start fresh company with this vision. When do you think we are going to have a K-drama adaptation of all this? I feel like maybe 20 years down the line. I feel like this definitely will be a K-drama someday. So yeah. Hmm. So anyway, yeah, that's basically the news. And even Chinese Key mentioned it. He was like,
그래,
at
나도
this.
열었으면 좋겠어. 이걸 뭐 어디다 얘기해야 앵콜 콘서트 열어주는 거예요?
He's
어디다
like,
얘기해?
oh, where do I want to do an encore concert. Who do I
나도
talk to?
누구보다 하고 싶은 사람이긴
I really
한데
want to do an encore concert,
나 회사가 뒤숭숭해가지고 지금.
but the company
네, 아무튼
situation,
티켓 사고 싶.
the company is going through a rough time. Yeah. So, even internally, SM artists are acknowledging that, like, oh, the company is in a weird situation. So, how much better is HYBE compared to SM Pay? Let's see. Oh wow. Okay, I can't see this. Let's see. Kakao, Facebook. Let me just log in. Oh. Yeah. I think though, yeah, I think HYBE's pay would definitely be better. But HYBE is also a much bigger company, so like the average salary might be affected by those in the higher ups that probably earn much more. So, HYBE. So this is a job review site. Let's see. Oh, now they're asking me to write reviews. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. Let's see. Let me just Google it. HYBE. Okay. Wow. Okay, so yes, definitely HYBE earns on average for males it earns, this is about $1 million, $100,000 a year salary. For female employees, it's about $70,000. Wow. SM, male employees, $85,000. Female employees, $55,000. YG, with the equality, everybody gets paid low. Males, about 50K. Females, about 40K. JYP, males, about 60K. Females, about 50K. So, yeah. If we're talking about equality, YG is the most equal. Everybody gets paid like shit. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the median for salary is about $50,000 for HYBE, and I want to see reviews, but I don't have a company to review, so I can't see the other reviews. I see one reviews. It says a company with no foundation, no backbone. Pros, they have lots of money. There are no standards or rules. So if you want to slack off, you can. Cons, the management and people in the upper levels are the only ones getting money. There are lots of leaders that half-assedly try to follow what big companies are doing. Okay, so that's one review. Let's look at I can only see one review. I'll leave a review for my old company next time, and we can check out more. Let's see. SM Entertainment median is about 35K. So yeah, definitely lower than HYBE. Wow, this 1-star review. Also, I guess they're showing the most popular ones. Wow, how can they work like this? A lot of this company has a lot of shocking things. Pros. If you like an SM artist so much that you're okay with low pay, lots of overtime, and even working on weekends and holidays, then it's good. Another pro. The building is clean. It has nice coffee. And another pro. You can work from home or go on holidays as long as you never let go of doing work. So I'm guessing you have to do work in the holidays. That's what this person is trying to imply. The cons. Lots of politics in the upper levels. And low self-esteem employees that work with the slave mentality, that say that will swear at the company and then say, but we're still SM. And another con is you will be shocked by the way this company operates and their work process and the company culture if you have ever worked in any other company before. But I will give you a heads up. Like most reviews on these websites are pretty bad. People who write reviews are usually you know people who have something to say, right? Unless you have had an absolutely like ecstatic experience, you will probably not write a review. If you had like an average experience, you will not write a review. So it's on like both spectrums, but at the same time it's like I would say like working in an entertainment company in Korea is generally a terrible experience. Yeah. I have lots of friends in the industry. I worked in the industry before, so yeah, these are all sites that you have to prove that you worked there in order to write a review. So yeah. Yeah, but generally speaking, HYBE or SM or any other entertainment company, I've yet to see an entertainment company where people working inside are genuinely happy for their job. It's I literally have not seen a single person from the entertainment industry that are happy about their jobs. Yeah. So I think, and that's why I also like I worked for 6 months in a very big music streaming platform in Korea, and I was in charge of content. It was a distributor, and I was in charge of content investments. So our team would choose which artist to basically the company would invest in, and we would like help them fund their albums and music videos, and we would decide which artist gets to basically distribute through our services. So I worked there for 6 months. Literally every single person that I met, it was a big company. It was like one of the biggest companies in terms of K-pop at that time. Yeah, I think we were the second biggest company in terms of employee size. And I think even now it will still be like among the top 5 in terms of size. And literally every single person that I was talking to was telling me like, hey, leave the music industry while you can. If you work here for too long, you will have no career except for the music industry. You will be just jumping from company to company within the industry, and you will be stuck here. And at that time, I didn't really know what that meant. I do know what that means now. It was not cute. Yeah, I worked at a distributor, not a label. But yeah, I left because of multiple reasons, but mostly because I realized that unless you're a producer or an artist, if you're just an employee, it's extremely difficult for you to be earning any sort of money. The pay is extremely low, and our company actually had, I believe, the highest pay in the industry at that time, and it was still very low compared to other industries. So yeah, Danny wants to be a top G, exactly. So I actually, okay, so the reason why I worked there was because I wanted to start an entertainment company. In Korea, I don't know if this still applies, but at that time you had to have some sort of certification in order to work, in order to start an entertainment label. And this was because there were so many problems with entertainment labels. They were basically like creating entertainment labels and then running like prostitution rings and like just terrible conditions, uh, near human trafficking shit, all this stuff happening underneath. So like they made this law where basically you had to have worked for 4 years in the music industry before you can set up a label. So that's why I started working in that distributor, just to gain some experience and to basically be able to qualify to make a label. But just for the 6 months that I experienced it, I was like, okay, I don't want to work in this industry again. I left. And this is the story, entire story for another time, but like I was really young. I was like 25 at that time. And honestly, I think I'm pretty sure no one gave a shit about me, but like I sent my entire company. There were like almost 300 people in the company. I sent them an email through the entire company, kind of like what the lawyer did in SM. And I said, "Hey guys, fuck you. You guys can rot in this company and in this industry." I didn't exactly say it in those terms, but that's basically the message I sent. I'm gonna search for my dreams. You can go read my blog. And at that time, I still have a blog, but at that time, the day after I quit work, I took a bicycle to LA, and then I bicycled for 3 months to New York City, and after that I started YouTube. So, and then I was doing K-pop again. So I was very firm on like never returning or even like, talking to any K-pop industry people. But literally like a year later, I was calling them up for interviews and shit. So the moral of the story is, don't burn bridges. It's not very smart. But thanks to that, thanks to that email, everybody from then on knew who I was. So yeah, everybody knew who I was. And then like 2 years after I started YouTube, like I met some friends, the few friends that I made in that company I met, and they all told me like everybody in the music industry, like people in the company all knew me. Like they thought like I was some weirdo because I sent like this low level entry level employee sent an entire company email saying fuck you. So obviously like everybody knew me, and also that they thought I was gay with David. they literally thought we were a couple. So yeah, at some point, I don't know, maybe still in the music industry, I'm known as a gay couple with David. Yeah. And it was because I had posted like this, I wanted to troll CNN. So yeah, I posted this yeah, this picture. Yeah. So yeah, basically we were interviewed by CNN, and me being a troll, I wanted to like kind of send a funny picture. so when they asked for like, hey, can we get a picture of you guys, I sent them this picture. And then on my Instagram I said, oh, we were interviewed by CNN on the realities of being a gay couple in Korea. And I guess the music industry people didn't see the actual I guess they didn't see the actual article. They just saw my post, and then they thought, oh, he's gay. Okay, I knew he was gay. So hey, there's a rainbow right here. Okay, maybe I'm just trying to tell you guys something. I don't know. But yeah, they all thought I was gay. So literally like one of the first questions that I got after meeting this friend for the first time in 2 years was like, hey, are you gay? And I felt so gay trying to say like, hey, I'm not gay. Not like I'm not gay. I mean, you can think that way, but like I'm not gay. And the more I said it, the more gay I felt. Uh, like, like I was like, the more you say you're not gay, it makes you look super gay. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain that I'm not gay. it just feels like, it just feels like, oh, it's okay, Danny. You can be whatever you want. Uh, but yeah, I was like, no, I'm not gay. we were at this random bar. I kept saying, no, we're not gay, and people like were like looking at me and shit. Yeah. So, and the funny thing was like, so I like after 2-3 years, um, I dated like this someone who was in a higher position than me, like from that company. And I ended up dating her, but like the thing was like the first thing that she asked me, she DM'd me, and the first thing she said in like 2-3 years was like, "Oh, I saw your post. Congratulations. You're so brave." And I told her like, "Hey, I'm not gay. It's just a troll post." But I ended up dating her. So I guess maybe I dated her to deny my inner gay. I wanted to. I couldn't face the true self inside of me. Maybe that was the reason. Yeah. Because lots of gay people end up marrying and having kids and family just to kind of like block that side of themselves. So maybe, yeah, maybe I did it to deny my gayness. But in my true self, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, that lot. So basically, yeah, like, 'cause I'm so surprised because like I only worked in that industry like internally for 6 months, and I barely like socialized with anybody. But everybody in that company knows me as that gay guy that left 6 months and went to America. So and they told me like even people that didn't work in the company like that know me as a YouTuber, they all assume that I'm gay because of that one post with the rainbow. So I don't know if that I'm still known as that guy, but yeah, that's what it's called, a beard. Okay, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't really care, but it's just funny. Don't you have a cute pink car? Definitely gay, lol. Yeah, yeah, that too. Like when I'm like playing hockey and shit, and I have a vape. This is also pink. I just like pink. Okay, nothing gay about it. Anybody can like pink. It's 2023. Let's stop judging. I can be liking pink and very heterosexual. It's just a color. I have a pink car. Uh but the thing is like so I drive this tiny pink car, and like how it is with a lot of ajashis and a lot of older generation people. They have a lot of stereotypes and not as open-minded. So it's like they see my earring on my one ear, and I feel so stupid for explaining this, but I have one earring on this side and no earring on this side. So I used to have earrings on both sides, but one of them like I fell out, and then I stopped like wearing it, and the hole just filled in. So I don't want to pierce it again. I'm too scared. So I just put it on one side. I leave it on, and I don't know if this is the gay side. I don't know if there is still a gay side, but people kind of assume. Lots of people think that way, especially older ajashis. They think that way. Um, so like I go to like play hockey in a lot of different teams, and they're mostly like older men, in their 40s. And when I roll up in my car, it always feels a little bit weird for me. I feel I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little bit insecure. I feel I got the pink car because I like getting attention, but I realized that I like getting attention to a certain group of people, and that's definitely not ajashis in on a hockey team. That is like very masculine, locker room behavior, locker room atmosphere. Everybody's very masculine, and I roll up in my pink car. I feel like less of a man sometimes. I will admit that. Yeah. Kind of sus. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And yeah. You can like men and not be gay. I actually don't like men. That's the thing. I don't like men. I hate men. Or maybe hate is a strong form of just denial of my true self. Because you know how it is sometimes, like, a lot of like, I'm not saying I'm a homophobe, but a lot of like homophobic people are actually like super gay, but they just become super homophobic. Yeah. But yeah. The more I talk, the more I'm convincing myself that I might be gay. So I'll stop talking. So anyway, go check out our website, Naked Soul. We sell authentic goods from real local brands of Korea. We have these 4 new products from Wimu. This is a new brand that we got. This is all taken by a local photographer, and she made this brand. And these are all very high quality photographs, very nice prints, and I especially love this cord cover. It's just so extra. You have a cover for your freaking USB cable. Who would have thought that you needed this? But I love how it's so extra. So yeah, you can use the coupon code Valentine's. First 20 people to use the coupon code Valentine's will get 10% off on Naked Soul. Okay. And you can, go check out this link. And I just gotta read this comment. Chels for Hair says, just go on a date with a man, and if you hate it, then you're not gay. If it's okay, then you're bi or gay. See, I don't know if I'd be that feels a little bit weird, doesn't it? Like, do I have to experiment? I'm happy with women. Do I have to experiment to see if I'm gay or not? Like, I feel kind of scared. Like, what if I do like it? That, to be honest, like, in Korea, if I do like it, I would not want to find out. So I don't want to experiment. Is it okay if I don't want to experiment? That seems so weird. I don't want to experiment. I'm just gonna be real here. I will never experiment until I turn 75. And when I turn 75, I will find a 25-year-old man before I die, just to find out what I missed out on my entire life. Because at that point, you just don't give a shit. And, yeah. at that point you just don't give a shit. So when you're 75, you just want to just check all the boxes before you die. So I'll experiment when I'm 75. I probably won't be able to use my thingy anymore. So like it'll be pretty useless, I feel, unless like there's medical advancements. So I'll just be taking it in the rear and being a bottom for the rest of my life from 75 onwards. Because by that time, I don't care. That poor 25-year-old. I'll be a rich 75-year-old. So he'll have something in it for him too. Like he'll be like, hey, you can take my. I won't get married. So like he'll be taking all my money. I won't have any sons or daughters. So that guy's in it for the money. I'm in it for whatever I'm missing out on. So yeah, if you want to hear more crazy ass shit like this, be sure to tune in next Friday. And also tomorrow I'm doing this interview with this K-pop group called Blanky. I don't know if you've heard of them. I only just found out about them. They are a rookie group that debuted like a few months ago, and I'm interviewing them tomorrow, and I'm just hosting this thing for NBC, their YouTube channel. So if you want to check it out, you can go to the NBC YouTube channel sometime next week and check out that video, or you can go check out the live stream version of it. It's going to be a 40-minute live stream at 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time in KoreaNet. Go search KoreaNet. It's this YouTube channel. So yeah, that's just the stuff that I'm doing. And if you want to hear more talks, I have a lot of shit that I want to share in my life. Go to patreon.com/dkdktv. I will be doing a live stream on Thursday. So be sure to check out on Patreon my live stream. We do weekly live streams, extended live streams, and also watch parties. I finished watching The Glory recently, and I'm gonna also upload watch parties to Narcos Saints, drama that came out last year. And yeah, very important stuff to talk about on Thursday's Patreon live stream. So I'll leave the link right here. Okay, so yeah, until next